Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my little channel. You know what? Today we're going to talk about something that me and some coworkers and me and my hubby, me and my daughter, even me and some buddies be talking about. Now, I've done multiple videos on my channel about gaslighting people, manipulators, narcissistic behavior, okay? Now, that all ties in to victim plan. You know what I'm saying? Them kind of people who start the BS, get mad when you react to the BS, and then play victim. Ask me how I know. Okay. I told y'all before, now my daughter's dad, he is the ultimate manipulator, gaslighter, and narcissistic person, okay? Also, my father doesn't take accountability. He doesn't take responsibility to the BS he did, years ago. And my father, he believes that we were too young to remember a lot of things. And he would get mad at me and my sister when we bring things up to him that we remember. He wants things to remember. He wants us to remember the way he in his head that he said that happened. He thinking we was too young to remember what happened when we were 6, 7, 8 years old. I remember the day my mother left my father. Okay? I remember walking down the steps holding my older sister's hand. She was 8 years old and I was 6. We walked down the steps holding hands, and my mother was holding, my brother was a baby at the time, and she was holding my brother in her arms. I was 6 years old. I remember that like it was like just yesterday, for real, okay? But a narcissistic person, like I always said, they remembers what never happened, but they do not want to remember what actually happened, okay? Now, a coworker of mine, she told me that I guess she broke up with her boyfriend because she said that he was a gaslighting, manipulating, so and so and so and so. And she said, Denise, I never really understood what was going on until I started reading books and watching videos about it. And I said, girl, I can tell you about this stuff. I can tell you about being gaslit, all this stuff. I can tell you about this stuff. I'm telling you this the stories I have about these type of people. Oh my God. Yeah. And they will blame you for reacting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said before, it's like somebody can smack you and you ain't did nothing to them. They can smack you, but then when you smack them back, they go and cry and play the victim. They gonna tell everybody that you smacked them, but they gonna tell everybody that they smacked you first, and you reacted to their bullshit and you smacked them back. So they gonna talk to the first person that they gonna listen to them. She smacked me. Oh my God. Or yeah, that type of stuff right there. Yeah, and for real, people do that stuff. People will play the victim, and you ain't doing nothing. You just mind your own business. Check that dude that was in that park. What's that brother's name that was in New York? And all he asked the woman to do, remember he was bird watching? And all he asked the woman to do was to leash her dog. And she made a big stink about it. And she said, I'm going to call the police and say an African-American man is harassing me. Then she lost her job and she playing victim. Playing victim. The man wasn't harassing you. He just asked you to leash your dog. That's all he said. I'm glad he had that on camera. That's what I mean. Playing victim. You start BS. Somebody react to your BS, and now you want to play victim. Okay? And the kind of people who, a friend of mine, God rest his soul, he passed back in 2016, but he told me about 20 some odd years ago. He said, Denise, you can say yes 999 times to somebody. That one time you say no, down for the count. You get you wrong. You ain't shit. You don't never do nothing for me. You get all that. And he told me that. I know all that stuff beforehand, but he told me all his stories, all the stuff he been through with that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can loan somebody money, pay their bills, buy their groceries, babysit their kids, let them drive your car, come stay with you for a while. Take them on vacation with you, all kind of stuff. But the minute you say, nah, I can't do that. What? Oh, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh, you see, you wrong. You. Then they start trying to come up with what they did for you. Remember the time I gave you that $1? Okay, remember the time I gave your ass $1,000, motherfucker? What? You gave me $1 35 years ago, but I gave you $1,000 3 months ago. Now I'm telling you no, and now you mad at me. Now I ain't shit. Now I read another. It's funny how the person said it, but I knew exactly what they meant when they said there's family and there's relatives, and I was like, I did that. I got that. I got that. There's family and there's relatives. To me, family is your spine, your rock, your back, your front, your sides, your mids, okay? They got you up and down, front and back, okay? Side to side. They got you. Fam got you. They come through. They come through. That's family. Relatives, it's about what you can do for them. They ain't got nothing for you. You can give them, again, you can buy them stuff, let them come stay with you. You can do everything in the world for them. Ask them for $1, see what they got for you. That's a relative. The ones you see every once in a while, the ones you see probably walking down the street and you try to avoid them, like, damn, look at my cousin, man. I don't want to see her motherfucking name. You know, I'm just saying, you know, that's a relative. I have family, little. I have a bit. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. I have huge. My family is all over America. I got family all over. I got family in Cali. I got family in Florida. I got family in Georgia. I got family in Texas. Okay, I got family in South Carolina, North Carolina. I got family all over America. Okay, some of them I don't even know. I got some that live in Ohio. Some of them I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I got family that live in Buffalo, New York, and I know them. You know, but but for real, they're relatives because I don't really know. I don't know all of them. You know what I'm saying? They could walk past you in the street. I wouldn't know who they are. I mean, then some of them that stay right here in Ohio, some of them that I know that stay in the city, I see them. I try my best to avoid them because I know they're going to ask me for some money. Or, hey, niece, can I come to your house? And no, you can't come to my house. If I don't talk to you regularly, then I don't care who you are. I don't want you to be a part of my life. I don't want to be a part of yours at all. Because I feel all you're going to do is just use me. That's a relative. A relative, they use you. That's not family. That's a relative. They use you. So there is a difference. When that person posted that up on Instagram, I felt that. There is a major difference. You know, like I said, some people don't take accountability to their BS. And that's what makes me so upset. That's what made me just step back from you when you don't take accountability for what you said. And I always say, all the phrases and the words in the English language, there's two phrases people are afraid to say. I'm sorry and I love you. People are so afraid to say those simple words. Stevie Wonder sung a song about it. These 3 words. Sweet and simple. I love you. People will part their lips to say ignorant stuff. Demonic, disgusting stuff to dog you out. They ready to cut you down. They will part their lips to say something sick. But that same energy, they're not going to use it to say, I love you. They're not going to use it to say, I'm sorry. And mean it. Be sincere about it. They're not going to use that same energy for that. But they would go, they would go through the whole shebang about, you this, you that. They would argue you down about your looks, about your weight, about this, that, you this, you that, all that bullshit talking, all that. But when somebody checks you on that, you get mad at them instead of saying, I did that. I was wrong. I am so sorry. You see how they don't take that much to say I'm sorry? And people don't want to say I'm sorry because that's admitting guilt. Okay? Now, if it's something I did or said, I'll be the first person to say, yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. Or I would say I'm sorry. You know? Because that's how I was raised. I take accountability. That's what I do. As a human being, as a woman, I take accountability. I'm not going to sit up here, something I did, but I'm going to sit up and say, well, I did it because you did that, you did that, you did that, you did that, instead of taking responsibility for what I did or said. Yeah, I'm sure the person say, yeah, I said it. Like, okay, yeah, I did it. Or, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Or, you know what I'm saying? That's what grown folks do. Grown folks take accountability. Okay? Stop putting your BS on somebody else that ain't have nothing to do with your BS. Quit getting mad because somebody react to your actions. Okay? Your actions is going to result in a reaction. Okay? You're going to get a reaction from being a bullshitter. You're going to get a reaction from lying. You're going to get a reaction from being ignorant. You go into a business. You're half-ass dressed. You're talking loud and you want respect? For real? You go to a restaurant, you sit there with your, you're talking loud, cussing, you on your cell phone, or talking to somebody sitting across from you, and you talking like you outside, and you yelling at the waiter or the waitress or whatever this name, but you won't respect. Just get ready for the reaction of that, okay? And I always tell people all the time, I even tell young women and young men that I deal with, the way you act and look, that's how you're going to be treated. Trust me when I say that. Tell me I'm lying. The way you act and the way you look, that's exactly how the world is going to treat you. You can be beautiful on the outside, but your attitude can be disgusting. That's how the world's going to treat you back. They're going to treat you with disgust. You can be kind of tattered on the outside, but have a beautiful spirit. Nice, calm, cool, collect. And that's going to come back on you. Because, like, you know what? Maybe this person needs some help. They can look a little tattered, but it's like, they can be the sweetest person on God's green planet. So you're going to return that sweetness to them, whether it's in a conversation or let's go and just, let's go out to eat or whatever this and that. I mean, I've done that before. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people out here who are all cute and got themselves together, but their attitude was absolutely nasty. And I'm like, nah, I ain't giving her shit. She ain't getting, he or she gets nothing from me. Okay? Because again, your attitude sucks. So quit thinking the world owe you something because you exist. Take responsibility. Quit thinking because, she owed me this because she's my mother, or he owed me that because he's my father, or whatever. Respect is earned and not given. Okay? Me, I love my father because he's my father, but I don't talk to him. The way I respect my father is just to stay away from his gaslighting ass. I'm for real. That's just what I do. Me and my sister to stay away from him. Okay? So don't come quote no Bible and all that. I know all about the Bible. My thing is too, I love thy mother and thy father. But the way I love thy father is to stay away from thy father. Okay? I'm taking care of thy mother. I take care of his mom, okay? My mother is my responsibility. I take care of her. My father, he forfeited that responsibility once he dogged out me and my older sister. Okay? So, no, but like I told him, at this age, this point in my life, I'm not looking for no father. I'm straight. My stepfather died November 21st, 2012. That's the man that raised me. And that's the man I give our praise to every Father's Day. Okay? So, a father is as a father does. Same with a mother. A mother is what a mother does. For real. But to be a manipulating person, dog out people, blame people for your issues and that kind of stuff, nah, that ain't even it. Right? I always hear the phrase people got mommy issues or daddy issues, whatever. I ain't got none of them issues, okay? My issue is sometimes a you issue or a you issue. It ain't a me issue. I don't have issues with myself. I love Denise. It's this person over here that take my kindness for weakness. I tell people don't do that. Don't. Because I'm going to hurt your feelings. I'm going to hurt your feelings. I don't have time for the BS. That's why I don't deal with a lot of relatives. I can love them. Like my grandmother used to say, love them with a long handled spoon, child. That's what I do. I love them with a long handled spoon. As far as coming over my house, sitting under my table, parking your feet on my table to eat with me, break bread with me, talk to me, staying over my house, and we all going out together, we going on vacation together. We does none of that. I don't deal with relatives like that. Okay? I just do not. Okay? You love them, but with a long handled spoon. That's how you handle them cats. Okay? Because Denise ain't the one. Okay? Yeah, but my thing is, if you are in a relationship, like my coworker was, she said, for about, 3 years with this manipulating boyfriend she had, gaslighting, and it's either his way or no way. I said, that's not the way to live with nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, that ain't the way to be. That's a weak mind to me. Like I told her, that's why I left. I was done with my daughter's dad years and years ago. Because that's how he was. He would get mad at me over the stupidest stuff. And he was like a light switch or a water faucet. On, off, on, off, on, off. Literally. Right now, it is, what time is it? It is 4:55 right now, p.m. He could be smiling and 4:56. I'm like, what's wrong? I can't make this stuff up, I'm telling you. He was a water faucet, light switch, on, off. In a matter of seconds, dude was on another daggone plateau. He was on another page that I did not want to go with him. I was like, nah, you look, I'm going to turn this page to about page 25 while you sit on page 3. I need to keep moving because you tripping. I got to get up out of this. Yeah. Yeah, so just beware. You know what I'm saying? If you feel they emotionally stressing you out like that, whatever, this and that, you know what that is. You know what I'm saying? My thing is get up out of that. Especially, shit. Look, a boyfriend too. I'm glad my coworker got up out of that mess. Cause she was saying it was getting kind of rough. Cause dude, he was tripping. Yeah. Yep. So, people will put their problems on you. They will blame you for everything under the sun. They don't mind throwing you under the bus. It's your fault because the sky is dark. It's your fault it's raining. It's your fault the sun is out. It's your fault the sky is blue. It's your fault for every damn thing. That's a weird, weak mind right there, okay? But all right, you guys, I've been talking enough. I just want to get on here and talk about that because that stuff is real, y'all. Don't put up with nobody else's BS. Don't put up with people's BS. Life is too short and precious, y'all. It's too short and precious to put up with other people's BS, okay? I'm telling y'all what I know. I ain't just on here talking smack for no damn 18 minutes and 46 seconds just to talk. I'm telling y'all what I know. Life is too short to put up with other people's nonsense and bullshit. We're going to call it what it is. Bullshit. Don't be afraid to call people out on that bullshit. I'm telling y'all. But all right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and I'm off work for the next 2 days. I got to do some stuff with my husband and everything like that. I'm finna drinking up my my water here. But y'all take care. God bless. Stay out the way. And I will get back with y'all on the next video. Deuces, y'all. Take care.